Future Food Tech has basically everyone who's responsible for sort of shaping and influencing what the food industry will be like in years to come. Everyone from the large corporations to the startups, and including the investment and the venture capitalists. And essentially, if you want to be part of that future in a few years' time, you've got to be here. So for me, I'm always thinking about the value chain approach. We have a very fragmented, a complex supply chain in the food industry, and it's also very inefficient. 30% of all food is lost or wasted as it travels from field to fork. So I'm most interested at the moment in the transparency and traceability story, so technologies like blockchain are very interesting to the Buhler Group. So I'm going to stick with the blockchain because this is not an overnight solution. These are incredibly complex things to be able to introduce. The food industry, as I already said, is very complex. It's a very fragmented sort of space. There's challenges about who plays where, what role does everyone play. Of course, we have to ensure it's sustainable and ethically introduced. So I see this being a multi-year challenge, but I think if we work together, we collaborate, it's something that we can actually create some good for the planet. The easiest way for the early stage startups is just not to try and solve all the problems on their own. Collaboration, as we see here at Future Food Tech, the amount of times I've seen the large corporations openly engaging with the startups, this is the future. This is the way this will work, and the startups can get a lot of traction from just talking to the corporates and taking advantage of their network to scale up. I think there's going to be a lot of challenges. I mean, if we think about that transparency and traceability story, a big challenge is going to be regulatory. At the moment, the regulatory bodies are moving slower than the technology. Technology is moving at such a fast rate at the moment. Also, we need to work out what each of our roles are in this story. Which part do we want to play? We have to ensure that the supply of food to the planet is managed in an ethical and sustainable way, and not driven solely by profit. This is really important.